Well, hello, folks out there in YouTube land. Got a very interesting show set up for you right now. Florida. Yep, the Gators are spitting mad. A huge loss to USF. Alex Golesh, former offensive coordinator, Josh Heupel. Heupel, I know, is just thrilled. I'm sure he called him. This is a monster win for USF. I mean, it's the biggest win. It's got to be the biggest win in the history of USF football. The Bulls. Alex Golesh is going to wind up in the Power Four. If this keeps up, because he just beat Boise State, and now he's beating Florida. I mean, that's 2 top 25 teams. Alex, the Heupel tree is putting out branches. What a huge win. I'm so happy for Alex Golesh. I can't stand it. And the whole spitting thing, oh my goodness, it's everywhere. There are so many articles out there about it. I mean, look at this. Florida defensive lineman ejected for spitting. Here's USA Today, talks about it. Said Florida spits its hopes away. I mean, this is just every article is about the spitting. 15-yard penalty on a game-winning drive. And, of course, that plus the that little screen pass, which actually was behind the quarterback. That was really a lateral. That was a great run. He broke 3 tackles in that one. That USF just wanted it more. And they won at the Swamp. See, Tennessee, we can win at the Swamp. USF just won there.
Quit hitting yourself! Quit hitting yourself! Oh, water tastes good, yes! Glub.
We can beat them there. God, so tired of losing to them down there. Now, granted, we've beaten them 2 out of the last 3 years, but I want to beat them down there. I've told you, if we won 9 straight, I might let some of my animosity go, but they have been a thorn in my side for decades. They are the Newman to my Jerry.
Hello, Newman.
Hello, Jerry.
Yeah, Florida is just, to see them lose like this, I mean, I gotta be real. I was rooting for USF. Now, of course, you know I'm going to go to my top dogs at Florida to see what they had to say. And I always go to High Top Sports. That's my go-to person because he's very honest, and he'll just tell you what he really thinks. Now, he loves his Gators. Don't get it twisted. But let's see what they had to say about the game and spitting and all that.
It stings. I don't have much. Look, the spit sucked. I get it. And everyone has a right to be pissed. That was just ignorant. I don't understand that at all. But I'm not putting the spit. I'm not blaming the spit for the loss. I won't do it. I won't. I refuse to do it.
I kind of have to. Have to. You just
Look,
saw it on Monday Night Football.
You shouldn't be in that predicament. You shouldn't be in that predicament.
That's
I agree. Weird. $2 absolutely need an OC. I think we need a whole lot more than that, Trophy. John W. Contribute $2 to the fire, Billy. Thank you. I can only imagine how the noise is going to be. Drop the link, boys. $2. Ron Zook 2.0. I don't think Ron even had this bad. Billy has to go. He can't compete at all the SEC. Every time it's the same thing with Billy. Embarrassing play calling and coaching. Look, this is, I mean, the same things that concerned us in the first half of the year rose up again. And that's where I'm like, yeah, I can't support it anymore. I can't defend it. Like, it is a complete lost cause.
Yeah. Now, they had Billy gone last year until he made the comeback, and they wound up going 8-5 and a really tough schedule. Their schedule's brutal. I'll show it to you here in a minute. I think it's the toughest one in the country. It's definitely in the top 3, easily. It might be with FSU right now, it's probably number 1. Now, before you feel too sorry for Florida fans, they just came off a national championship in basketball. And those 2 guys were as happy as clams.
You, Bruce! You, Johnny! 25-1! I'm posting a video! But
understand this, they care 5 times more about football than they do basketball. So if they were to win a natty, oh man, it would be off the hook, off the chain. I don't know, it's off something. Anyway, I've got to check somebody else out. My Locked On Gators guy. Let's see what he had to say about it.
And wow, that was one of the worst games I've ever experienced. One of the most embarrassing losses I've ever experienced. And for all the people talking about, fire Billy Napier, we'll talk about that, I'm sure. You can absolutely say that this is a fireable offense. Year 4, by the way. So you could absolutely say that it's a fireable offense. But wow, I mean, let's that's more big picture, right? That's more of a big picture thing. Just the here and now, that was just an awful performance overall.
Yeah, let's pull the game up, take a look at the stats, and you can see they just squeaked it out, 18-16. The Byram Brown, their quarterback, he's pretty good. He was 263 yards for 1 touchdown. He also ran the ball quite a bit. Let's see what DJ did. DJ, 23 for 33, 222, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He ran just a little bit, only 6 times for 9 yards. So DJ was a little bit rusty. Of course, you know he was injured off and on during the offseason, didn't get to participate in spring practice as far as throwing, and I'm sure that affected him some. He's a terrific quarterback. He's got a great arm, but when you don't get to get your reps in, sometimes that can throw you off a little bit. Plus, USF, like I said, they just wanted it more. They did. They came out there and they just balled out against a team that virtually at every position had a higher-ranked guy. I mean, if you looked at the blue chip ratio, those two teams aren't even close. And you're at the Swamp. I just don't get it. We need to talk to Alex Golish. Say, what kind of, how'd you do it? Anyway, let's take a look at Florida's schedule, what they got in front of them, because that's even more of a concern if I'm Florida than losing this game. All right, so they've gotten through with their 2 easiest games, really, and they got, a win against whoever this was, Louisiana Institute of, I don't know, Uncle Sharks. And then USF, of course, they needed to win that game. Now they got to go to, oh my gosh, you got to go to LSU, and LSU's got a defense now. Then they got to go to Miami, who beat the crap out of them last year at the Swamp. That's 2 top 5 teams. Then they're off to lick their wounds. Then they got to play Texas at Texas A&M, and Mississippi State's looking pretty good. I told you folks last night that the cowbells were so loud there, they must hand them out as you walk in. There must have been 50,000 cowbells in there, and you couldn't hear anything. You couldn't hear the announcers. You couldn't hear the game. It was horrible. I think we have to play them this year there. Those cowbells are an advantage. Man, I had no idea. I haven't watched Mississippi State in forever. I knew they had cowbells, but it was like, 10, 20 people, 100, whatever. It's 50,000. Anyway, they're off after that. And then Georgia, at Kentucky, and for some reason, Kentucky's kind of had their number, at Ole Miss, Tennessee Vols, and Florida State Seminoles. Check out the rest of these games. I mean, there's not a break in there except for those off games. You might be able to beat off. That'd be about it. Maybe you can beat Mississippi State. Maybe you beat Kentucky. This could be a terrible year for Florida. Of course, we thought that last year, and they came back and won 8 ball games.
Lloyd, just when I think you couldn't possibly be any dumber, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself.
I got to give them credit for that. So that is a rough schedule. Woo. Oh, and I got one more video I'm going to do later today. I'm on a video roll right now. Oklahoma beating Michigan, and I'm going to answer the question, can Michigan win without Connor?
You serious?
I think that's a great question. I don't know if they can. They lost 3 games in 3 years with Connor, and they lost 5 last year without him, and they've already lost 1 already. They've lost twice as many in 14 games as they lost in about 40. But having other people's signs and signals doesn't make any difference. It's no big deal.
Oh, pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
Anyway, I had to bring the Florida game to you. Alex Golish, buddy, thumbs up, my man. You're going to be at a Power 4 team. I hate that for USF. You're going to lose your coach because everybody's looking at him right now, I can promise you. And Heupel, I know you couldn't be prouder than if you'd done it yourself. Maybe you will this year. Maybe we finally get that Gator off our back. If you like this content, be sure to hit that like button. Let's me know continue to cover all these big college sports stories. If you've not subscribed, boom, boom, and boom. Hit that button right there. It won't cost you a dime. Help you get my videos. And right over here is the most recent video, YouTube. Thanks, you'll enjoy. We'll see you next time on Sports Talk Jay.
Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.